Hi everybody, Mike King here with Power to Move, and we are looking at part 2 today of Handcycle Essentials. Getting ready for your ride and making sure you're going to have fun, be safe, and have no breakdowns. So we want to look at 3 things today, what I call the ABCs of hand cycling. And the second part will be going over a general maintenance inspection of your bike. And part 3 is your safety equipment you want for when you're getting out there to ride. So first of all, the ABCs. That stands for air, brakes, and chain. So you want to make sure you have the right air pressure in your tire. And hand cycles, depending which style and model you have, might have a Presta valve or a Schrader valve. A Presta valve is for high pressure tires, and it looks like this. It has a little cap you can screw loose when you're getting ready to put air in it, and you can probably hear that sound, and of course you tighten it up after your air is filled. The other valve you're going to have is what's called a Schrader valve, and that is what's on most bike, wheelchair tires. Your auto tires have this type of valve. It's called a Schrader valve. When you're using the pump to pump up your Presta valve, you need to have this fancy little adapter. And that's what will allow your Schrader valve pump to hook up to it. It fits on the outside, screws just snug with your fingers. Your pump hooks onto it, flipping the lever, and then of course you can see on your gauge how much pressure is in your tire. I like to run 100 pounds in mine, so I pump it up until I got 100 pounds of pressure. That is the air part of inspecting your bike and getting it ready for the ride. And of course you want to check all 3 tires. The B is your brakes. And the hand cycles come with your hand brake. Sometimes they're down on the seat level depending which model you have. Mine is right here with my shifter. And I want to make sure it's tight against my wheel. My wheel doesn't move, and it looks like it's working fine. You can make adjustments either down here, which will take specific wrenches, or up here you can use your fingers to tighten the cable or loosen the cable. Making sure that it's not coming against your handle, but that it's about halfway when it's fully engaged. The third part is your chain. You want to make sure it's lubed nicely, and I can see that mine is. I think the last time I rode, I put some of the gold lube on that I like to use, and I can see that it's well lubricated, so my shifting shouldn't be any problem. And of course, take a look at your chain, making sure that all the connections look good, and I can see that mine does. The second part is a general inspection. You want to look over your wheels. The front is usually a quick release, so I want to make sure it's tight, it's not loose anywhere. Coming to the back wheels, I'm looking to make sure they're snug, and they are. I can see that. And a general inspection of looking at all my nuts and bolts, making sure there's nothing missing. Bolts do break depending what kind of road conditions you're on or trail conditions, bumps and whatever. The brackets down here for my seat. And of course the pedals, making sure they're not loose. My crank system, the whole bit. And everything looks good. Third part is probably the most important, especially if you're going to ride the roads. You want to have a helmet. Well, anytime you're riding, trails or whatever. And with me and my helmet, I also have a mirror on it so I can see what's behind me, to know when I can move out to pass a slower bike, or if I'm riding on roads with traffic, to see what's coming up behind me if I need to make a right or left turn, to use my signals and all that good stuff. You also want a light on your bike, which I have right back here. It's all battery powered. It's got a nice strobe flash, which might be hard to see out here in the daylight, and also a flag. They make these that can be extended, that are up a lot higher. I just use the one extension, and there's a little holder back here that comes with the top end bikes that holds your flag on, and it helps people see you a lot better. One thing about hand cycling is we're sitting down a lot lower than a normal bicycle is. So sometimes traffic may not notice you as quickly as they will a regular bike rider. So it's important to have a flag on your bike, and it also helps people on the trail to help see a lot better as well. But the bike looks good. I think it's ready for my ride today, and I'm looking forward to it because it's a beautiful day here in Texas, and I hope you're safe and have fun riding as well.